pivotal moment for my life was hitting a point of actually receiving a large amount of income. And I'm traveling around the world. I'm on the cover of almost every magazine in the world. I end up being in video parts. I'm closing down video parts, and life is super exciting. And exactly when I'm at the peak, I start to get around some of these guys who are my heroes. They're 5 or 10 years in front of me, and I see their careers winding down. And when I see their careers winding down, it is scary. Like, I'm blown away. One of the guys who lives up on a hill, his house is taken away. Another guy, he got paid $2 million from a sponsorship, and he went and traveled the world for 6 months with his buddies, came back with a bunch of tattoos all over his body and drug addictions, and said money ruined him. And when I heard that and saw that, I was thinking, money didn't ruin you. You just didn't know what to do with the money. And so that was one guy. Another guy ended up losing his car. And so when I saw this, I'm just like, dude, what are the chances that I'm gonna have a career that's as long or as successful as these guys? I'm growing up in Minnesota, paycheck to paycheck, and literally being broke until I turned 23 years old. It was a way of being. I was raised middle class. Every decision that was made was based off of money. And I saw that growing up. I still see that with my parents, in the sense that there just never was enough. And I was definitely determined, and am determined, to live in a place where there's more than enough. So I started reading every book I could get my hands on, looking for another way to invest the capital I was making, and trying to find multiple streams of income. And I came across a few books, and some of the books talked about passive income and cash flow, which were terms I never heard about. And here I am, 27, 28 years old, making good money compared to where I came from. And a lot of these guys are going back to their jobs where they were before they were pro snowboarders. One guy went back to working at the grocery store, and he's bagging food from being on TV, traveling the world, winning contests, and now he's back at the grocery store. And I'm just thinking, that's not going to be me. And so I see so many athletes. The stat is like 78% of pro athletes are broke within 3 years of their career ending. 3 years, and you're a pro athlete and you're broke within 3 years, you got to do something different. So I start learning about passive income, and I start realizing, hey, I can go buy real estate, and I can create multiple streams of income and find cash flow. And the thing I never learned about was depreciation. I'm paying a ton in tax. And I learned legally, if I own real estate and I can qualify as a real estate professional, I can drastically reduce my tax bill legally. And so here I'm just this snowboard kid who's doing pretty well financially, and learns about this whole other avenue of multiple streams of passive income, hedging inflation as they continue to print the dollar, and depreciation. And so I start buying small apartments. I bought a duplex, and I bought a 9-plex, and we bought a 24-unit deal, and I start seeing cash flow. I start seeing multiple streams of passive income. I start seeing how these assets are going up in value as they continue to print the dollar. I start seeing a huge depreciation. Like, I see my tax bill literally go down one year by $35,000 in 1 year. And so I can take all that capital, invest it into assets to start creating more streams of income, so that when my career does come to an end, and it came to an abrupt end when it did, I had something to fall back on. And so that pain of seeing my friends go through what they went through was really hard at the time, but I'm so grateful. And so many more athletes, if they just listened and lived below their means for just a little bit, take a little bit about what they're making, invest it into passive income streams, cash flow streams, and when the career does wind down, it's not nearly as painful as I see most of the time happen.